Hey, Overland Travel Adventures. We are playing in the garage with some new tech. I've got the zero declination shower and privacy tent. It can be used as a shower or you can use it for your bathroom. And I've got the Joolca hot water system. And I've also got the Bluetti AC50S. And I put all this together so that when we're overlanding, we can have an incredible hot shower outside. So this is the AC50S from Bluetti, and I've got it plugged into the DC 10 volt, the Joolca, and it's got a 12 volt pump, which you can hear cycling on and off. And then down here, I've just got a bucket full of water, and you can see it's sucking up the water. Pretty cool. And it's got a filter on there, so you can just throw that in a lake and get the water from there if you want to. I've also got the 12 volt in the back of the Jeep, which I can plug it into, but this Bluetti battery is a beast when it comes to giving good power for what I'm doing. And then over here is the Joolca, and it's all plugged in and set up. And I've got the hot water set to about halfway, and I've got the water flow a little less than halfway, and what that's allowing it to do is turn it on and off. Got the propane tank mounted here, and then it feeds in to the Joolca down here. This is the water in, this is the water out. It's color coded reds, clicks right on, pretty slick. And then it feeds up here into the shower tent by zero declination. So KP made an awesome tent here, and then we'll just step inside. Woo! Shower time. So the cool thing about the Joolca is it's got a switch that plugs in right here, and you've got the shower, and you just turn the switch on, and yep, it just turned on the hot water. So the burner's on, and it'll just take it a second, and now it's already putting out warm water, pretty hot water actually, and you can adjust that with the flame and the water flow. But there you go, I've got a shower tent. So this is the Bluetti AC50S, and it's got some AC inputs. It's got a Type-C USB. It's got your regular USB. You can turn it on and off. It's got a nice display screen. If you can see that, tells you what's going on. And I've been able to plug my 200 watt solar panel into it to charge it, but with the Jeep Gladiator, it has a 400 watt inverter in the back seat, and the charger for this will actually work off of that, which is really slick. So when you're driving, you just plug it in and it'll charge your battery up. If you get somewhere and you need some more solar, you can charge it up with solar. That's pretty darn slick, and it doesn't blow out the AC inverter in the Jeep to charge this thing. Pretty cool. One of the other things I like about this is the little handles that fold up here, and it's pretty lightweight. Pick it up with one hand. I mean, it is a battery, but yeah, this thing's pretty darn cool, and it's got a light on the back, so you can turn the light on. It does SOS flash if you press another time. Here's the input back here. I just got this thing. It's what when I looked at some other people reviewing this and showing it, it looked a lot bigger. It's really small and tiny, and it fits between the cup holders in the back seat and the seat. So it's really small and compact. Okay, so this is the Joolca hot water hot tap heater, and it runs off D-cell batteries under here. You can push this, they pop right out. So probably a good idea to store this unconnected so it doesn't run down the batteries. I think that was one of my problems, is I ran the batteries down, and it tells you which way they go on the side here, and it just kind of pops in there and you'll hear it click. So easy, very straightforward, very color coded to figure out. Okay, the blue is the input water, and that just disconnects that easily with the quick connectors, and then it feeds into the pump system. Now you can just hook this to a hose, so if you're camping somewhere and you have water pressure, you just plug this into the hose with a hose adapter. Very easy. This is the 12 volt pump, and that's what I really wanted to test, see if this thing would work. Now when you get this thing, it's got these little red plugs that go in the end of this thing. Be sure you pull those out, because I forgot about it and I didn't pull them out, and I was wondering why that damn thing didn't work. But pull those out, plug it in, work great. And then this is the input. and it goes down, and I've just got this going to a bucket. Now you could hook this up to a hose and see how it's got this plastic ring around it. That's so that if it's sitting in a lake or river, it's off the bottom, and it's got a water filter, and I've been pulling all the water that I've been testing with through the filter, so it has good flow. Now, one of the things I was struggling with was when it was feeding water into it with the pump, is that to get the heat to kick on, I had to turn this knob to cut the water flow down, and then it got built up enough pressure so that it would turn the heater on. And then I just slowly turned this up to about a little short of halfway, and that worked great. And then I just put the heat on about halfway. It's not too cold right now. It's probably in the 60s, maybe high 50s, 60s right now, so it's not very cold. Anyway, so, and then this is your hot water. And again, just a quick disconnect. Pops right off, and it's red, and it's got a nice long hose, and that's going over here into the shower tent. And then over here, it plugs into the control handle, and you can put that close to the wand at the very end, or I've just got it in line with the hose. So I could probably just take this section of hose out actually, and plug in the sprayer, right? And it has a switch on it which engages the pump. So if you turn it off, it'll turn the heater off and the water off and everything, so you can conserve water. Turn it on, it's gonna start to flow water and fire back up the heater again. If it doesn't turn on, you've just got your water flow too high for the little pump. Just go and adjust that real quick, and that'll do it. This is just a good shot of the control. See, it's just got a switch here. You just turn it on and off, no problem, right? So that's pretty cool, and everything has a quick disconnect. It's color coded, super well thought out, very smart. And then I've got the propane down here, and it's also got a quick disconnect, all brass fittings, very nice. But I've just got that running right up to the propane tank here, and I'm going to turn that off since I'm breaking it down. Off it goes. So one of the things Joolca's doing is they have a quick release mounting plate, and I'm thinking about mounting that. I've got the Lightner rack, and this is one of the universal mounts from Lightner, and I'm thinking about mounting the quick release for the Joolca here, and then that way I can carry it out here. I'm kind of worried that it might get damaged, so maybe I'll just keep it in the bed of the truck, but that's one idea. And anyway, this provides some protection for the propane tank here. And anyway, I would still disconnect it and then put it on the ground or put it in the bed or somewhere where it's away from away from everything. I don't want it next to my gasoline Rotopacks. Maybe get it a little further away from the propane tank here. It does have the heat coming out of the vents, and I've had this running and it's cooled off pretty quick, so it's not even hot to the touch. One of the items that didn't come with the Joolca that I wished it did was just like a mesh bag to put all these hoses and everything in it, and because they're wet, it's nice to have a mesh bag that's not going to get mildewy and will allow everything to air dry. So I'm just going to break everything down, stick it in this bag. One of the nice touches I like is they put these cool rubber straps on here to help you organize and keep your hoses together. So that's really nice that they did that. Didn't have to do that, but that's pretty cool. Okay, so here's everything put away in the mesh bag. Holds it perfectly. Everything's going to air dry. I can just throw that in the back, put it in a box. Doesn't take up much space, keeps it organized. Okay, so the zero declination privacy tent and shower, it just is going to fold up here real quick. So it's got a zipper on the side. Pull that down. It's got these adjustable straps up here so you can adjust it so it's not touching the ground, allows the water to drain out. So inside the zero declination privacy shelter, you've got a little pocket here to put your soap, that sort of thing. Pretty nice. There's also one on the other side. You've also got some Velcro up here to hold your shower together, and it unzips so you can access stuff back here. So I could turn things on and off, or if I needed to get something, I think I'll just leave this zipped up because I really don't need to do that. So to put this away, you fold the lower arm back in first, and then you just take the upper arm and fold it up in here. Let's see how that goes together at the top. And then you're just going to roll the bottom up, and it will click into some latches up there and straps. Very easy. Okay, so I just rolled it up. It's got some metal rods at the bottom, which make it easy to roll it up. You just grab those and then just wind it up. and it just clicks into place with these straps. Easy peasy. And here it is all zipped up. It's got plenty of room in the bag, so it's not super tight like a lot of awnings. Since it's a small bag and a small thing, it's easy to put away. Also, it doesn't hang off the back of the Gladiator at all. It's well within the lightener rack side, and it won't interfere with the soft top when it's back. One thing with the lightener rack and the Jeep Gladiator is you have to use these heavy duty awning mounts, which is overkill for something that's light, but I had these for my big awning, so I just put them on the zero declination privacy shelter, and they work great. So just mount it right up, and there you go. All right, Overland Travel Adventures, that about does it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it, and it puts some thoughts in your head on what kind of craziness you can have out on the trail. A hot shower, that's pretty cool. Unlimited water, oh, that's even better. So have fun, and I will show you how I use this when I'm out doing something rather than just sitting in the garage.